Welcome back to the hour, and we're talking books now. Stephen, what age is Jack now?
He's 12.
12, so he's past the bedtime story
No,
stage.
he reads to me now. That's the way it works. No, it's a different thing.
Well, listen, you missed out because our next guest has turned bedtime story duty into a whole new career. After writing some stories for his 4-year-old, Richard Swan from Carluke got a publishing deal, and he's now sold his book worldwide.
I want you to put your hands up if you know of any girls called Erin. The inspiration for the book came from my wee daughter Erin Rose, and like all children her age, ask questions all the time. What's the name of this? What's that thing called? Why does this happen? Etc. And there was a time last year where some family and friends had passed away, and she was very curious about it and confused by it. She had also asked some other questions about some kids who were playing nice and other kids who were bullying, and it was trying to answer those questions, and I was really struggling to do that. So because I knew that she really enjoyed bedtime stories, and because writing has always been a hobby to me, I would just jot down a few ideas on a notepad, and eventually I got to the point where I had some of these stories that were all working together and working really nice. And when I had it at that point, I thought, instead of just doing this with Erin, this could actually help other kids. Cian was watching Connor the new boy getting bullied, and then he heard a voice. "Tell him to stop," said the voice. It's called The Listeners. It's for the children to know they have their own listeners, their own inner voice, their own instinct, their own intuition, and instead of having to always be, reliant upon other people, other adults, that's something that they can develop and it will grow with them. "You were very brave to stand up to Tom there," said Cian, as he turned to Erin and smiled. "Not really," said Erin. "I knew you would help me." "The listener told me you would." Cian gasped. "You know about the listener as well?" There's the bereavement, there's bullying, there's fear, there's frustration. So it's the normal meaty topics, if you want to call it that parents or teachers or whoever has to deal with and try and answer for them. But as well as the different tales, the core message in the book and running all the way through the book is to tell the children not to worry, and it's to trust themselves. So there you go. They all worked out in the end and they got Tom to stop being nasty, didn't they? Now, is it good to be nasty and not play? No. Is it good to share your toys? Yeah. One of the biggest satisfactions about the book has been how we've been able to involve so many people in the family. When I reached the point where I knew this just tatty notepad of stories was going to become a proper book, I decided to put some of the family kids' names as some of the characters. So just chose 3 names of my daughter Erin and her cousins Cian and Connor, put their names in the book. I gave the story itself to my mum, who again, just as a hobby for herself, as an artist, I asked her to read through it, just pick at random what she kind of felt was the thing to cover, and draw me some illustrations, just some simple sketches. So when they were designing the cover, I thought it would be really nice to try and get the kids not just their names in the book but their actual photos. So that's when I grabbed my uncle, Jim McIntyre, who again, just a hobby as a photographer. We got him together with the 3 kids and we had a riot of a day trying to put that together, and that image was accepted as well.
Lift the book up a wee bit, that's it. Cian, look this way. I'm not a professional photographer at all, it's just a hobby that I've had for quite a wee while now. It was quite scary when I knew that one of my pictures was in among the shortlist for the ones that we're going to use for the cover, and then finally I got a text from Richard saying they picked my picture for the front cover, so I was very pleased.
It's strange that this was only supposed to be some short tales on a tatty old notepad, and I would use very privately, very selfishly, just between me and Erin, no further than that. And now it's at this stage where it's a physical book and you can see it in the stores, people are talking about it, and it's quite strange, but it's great at the same time because instead of just Erin having the benefit of it, there's all these other children and it's the exact same stories, the exact same problems that they're all facing. So it's fantastic, it's a nice feeling.
What a great story. Richard's with us along with the inspiration for his book, 4-year-old Erin. Good to see you both. This story just proves if you really believe in something and you persevere, you can achieve.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because there was a number of times just got rejection letters off the publishers, but just kept trying, and finally someone told me about a certain group of publishers who specialise in children's books, and from there on it just took off.
Interesting too that you didn't go for a kind of ootsy-cutesy kind of subject matter.
Yes.
You know, you took on the tough questions,
Yeah,
didn't
the big
you?
meaty questions I did, yes, and that was down to the questions that were coming up at the time.
Is that right?
Yes, it was the big ones, which they're common challenges for a lot of children with the bereavement or bullying or fear or frustration, so it was the meaty ones for me as a parent to answer.
Did you have all the answers when you came to write the
Good
book? How
question.
did you go about finding out what to write?
Well, the main the core message through the book, as well as the tales helping the children understand different subjects, the main core of the message is to tell them just not to panic. They've got their own inner voice, their own listener, as the book says, and that will guide them through their intuition and their instinct.
But did it make you think? You know, when Erin asks you a question, I mean, I don't know, with my kids, I'm the same. You go, and then, God, I'll get back to you on that one.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And it was because I was struggling to verbalise it one-on-one with her, I thought I need to step back, try and write a few things down, chop and change it, and then just through reading it with her, getting the questions back, getting more questions, and that's how the story adapted.
This is all because of you, Erin. Now, here's your picture on the front of the book as well. How do you feel about that?
Is it good? Who else is with you? Cian and
Connor.
That's right, your cousins.
Oh, are they? And do
And
you
yet-
think your daddy should write another book? Definitely. Is Daddy going to write another book?
Well, Erin's got a little sister, Cara, who's 1 year old, so I think pretty soon she's going to be looking at the bookcase, wondering where her picture is in her book.
We've
so-
got our own bookcase here, so sign that please and leave it for us. It was great to
Absolutely,
meet you
yeah.
both. Thank you very much
Listen,
indeed.